What's up, friends, and welcome back to another video. My name is Lexis. I am a certified personal trainer, and today we are going to go through a mic'd up leg day sesh. Now, the title of the video is about how I almost wanted to quit being a personal trainer. I've been personal training for 12 years, and we're gonna get into why I almost wanted to quit. But don't worry, we are not quitting. Information for coaching is down below, but let's get into the leg day. We're gonna start with a warm up first, and then we'll get into all the form tips, tricks. Let's get into it. Some foam rolling first. And she gon' rain champagne like she just won a game. Look, baby, play Batman. What the fuck you say Batman? You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. And when I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? We that? Who that? We that? Who that? All right, now we're just opening up our hips, warming up a little bit. First movement we've got today is squats. We have not barbell back squatted in a while. We've actually been doing front squats for the past month or so. But barbell back squats, we have not done a lot of recently. All right, next thing we're gonna do banded side steps. What I'm focusing on here is turning the toes in, but pushing those knees out. Slight hinge in those hips. And you're driving from the back leg. So this is the leg I'm pushing off of as I'm stepping. Pushing those knees out. Now I'm pushing off of this leg. We're gonna do some glute bridges. You're gonna actively push out on the band like that. And then when we come up, you don't wanna arch the low back. You see how this low back has this arch here? You want to round that pelvis under to make sure that your ribs are connected with your pelvis, to make sure that your back is nice and flat, shoulders away from those ears. When you come back down, don't round at the low back, okay? Pushing out on that band actively. What this does is it warms up those glute meats, the outer glute, and that's a stabilizer of our knee. This is a good one to work and a good one to warm up, especially if you notice that you have internal rotation of those knees during squats. Even though it's a leg day, we're gonna warm up our shoulders just a little bit because we got deadlifts, we got squats. You guys saw this, I did this on my upper body day as well. But with these heavier lifts, you do want to warm up. Like your back is activated during your squats, during your deadlifts. You want to make sure that that area is warmed up, activated, ready to go. You know I'm big stepping, walking through the door. And when I'm getting money, yeah, I'ma get some more. And they be like, who that? All right, we're gonna set up our safeties first. We're not gonna be doing anything crazy, but it's been a minute since I have honestly probably attempted anything over like 150. And then we're gonna warm up first. This is already set to my height. Motherfucker, this is draft day. I hear niggas talking what the bag say. Pockets hella flat, I told myself this is the last day. Get inside and walk around depressing with a sad face. Shawty hella fun, like turn around like what that ass say. Wasn't last place, now I smash things. I want all the pleasure cause a nigga really had pain. Alright, we're gonna add 15 kg. If you are a power lifter, you see this lettering. The first plate goes this way. And then every other plate goes the opposite direction with the letters facing outwards. This is still warm up here. I'm thinking about taking my shoes off. We're gonna aim for about 6 here. Still warming up though. We're trying to make sure that I'm not rounding at my low back this way. I already am even naturally in my posture, but I'm working really hard not to do that right now. So not tilting, staying neutral in my core. Get the bar placed, brace the core, then lift. I hear niggas talking what the bag say. Pockets hella flat, I told myself this is the last day. Getting tired of walk around depressing with a sad face. Shawty hella fun, like turn around like what that ass say. Okay. That felt pretty easy actually. We're gonna go up to really the 20s. Hopefully this is still a warm up. Let's just see how this goes. Pulling those elbows forward. We're stabilizing in the feet here, pushing on the outside of those ankles, especially if you have a tendency to collapse at those heels, and then pushing those knees out to feel those hips activate. When I say they in the mag and them, Southern California, but sometimes it feel Afghanistan. Wait, who adopted them? Wait, bring the father in. We're gonna go up just a little bit, not by much. Here, I'll show you guys how this is loaded now. These plates face out. Instead of continuing it like that, you flip all the rest of the plates out this way. If you had another plate, face out this way. All right, this will be our first working set. This is 30 kilos each side. We're aiming for 4 to 6 reps. We're not doing anything crazy today. We haven't done anything crazy in years, and that's okay.
Tell them this is draft day. In my pocket, celebrate this is my last day. Wait, tried to tell them this is draft day. No more walk around depressing with a sad.
We're watching that knee and we're trying not to let it waver.
Saw the violence in my view, couldn't let me be a capture. My mind set on higher heights, cause I knew I'd be a master. We was trained in survival, that's the only lesson taught. And the streets ain't place for love, but I'm learning what I saw. Made a promise to myself that no matter what I fought,
that left knee wants to cave in so bad. Typically when we're lifting heavier, we're gonna want to rest just a little bit longer. This is pretty heavy in comparison to what I've been doing lately, but this doesn't feel too bad today. Okay, let's do set number 2. Okay, so this knee right here, this one, we're trying to not let it waver and my hips not to shift this way.
No more walk around depressing with a sad face.
Alright, we're warming up 35s. Squeezing our armpits close to our body, dumbbells close to the body, hips back. Should be 50, 60. I really don't want to, but we will. Alright, we got working weight now. We got 60s. You want to keep the weights close to your body as you hinge those hips back. 5. We're going for 8. 6. 7. Although 8 feels easy. Minus the grip. We'll keep it here for today. That's another late night gym sesh again. I'm used to like my 6 a.m. I'm hungry and tired. And I want ramen noodles. All right, we're gonna do 2 sets of this. So this is gonna be my last set. We're listening to Care by Dance Gavin Dance. Since I gave out at basically 6, I'm gonna go to 10. Just taking a 10-second rest and picking it right back up. 4 more. We're doing step-ups next. Making sure the knee is pushed out to the side, not letting it cave in. You're gonna hear me say this a lot, but it's an issue that a lot of people have, so. 1. I'm trying to come down with control. We're gonna do the other side. All right, right side now. Hip thrusts on going to be next. This is one of the last movements we're gonna do for legs. We got some core after this. Okay, let's do it. We're gonna do a set of 6 to 12, but I do kind of want to push it a little bit. All right, let's do it. Okay, we're just going to 8 because holy shit, that was hurting my pubic bone. We need the pad. There's this weird broken pad, this thing right here, that everyone uses. I don't usually, but I think I'm gonna have to because this hurts. All right, y'all. Also, if you guys are interested in coaching, make sure to go check us out. flexclub.fit, apply for coaching. We also have a ton of resources there. We do monthly blog posts on like current conversations, sometimes based off of client conversations, but we have monthly blog posts. We also have monthly newsletters you could subscribe to. But yeah, if you're interested in coaching, head there. We do macros programming with progressive overload. Make you strong, make you healthy, make you feel like a little baddie, even though you're already a baddie. But sometimes moving your body on a neurological level, like literally when you flex your muscles and you work out, that triggers a response, serotonin, a dopamine response in your brain that is very powerful for both your physical health but also your mental health. This is Brian. Tell people what you help people with. Quickly, in 60 seconds, this is your elevator speech.
I help people with gaining good habits to make fitness a lifestyle for the fun and the health. I just want to make sure that everyone can have fitness feel sustainable for them. You want to be able to be strong and mobile, be able to do all the things you love to do in life physically, and that also affects your mental health as well.
I was literally just talking about that. Did you hear me?
No, I didn't actually. Strive to do better each day, whether that's get more water, more veggies, more steps, little by little, start small, add gradually.
Taking care of your brain is taking care of your body. Taking care of your body is taking care of your brain. Taking care of is different. It's different than just dieting on super strict calories. It's different than eating very limited food. There is a difference between restriction and health. Okay, now we're gonna get back to the workout. We got our last set of hip thrusts. Oh dear, this thing is flying away. Oh man, this thing is weird. We're done with those. The last thing we're gonna do is hanging leg raises. We talked about this kind of with the pull-ups, but it's gonna be the same concept. Wait, I need to come over here. You wanna make sure you're getting a full hollow body hold. We're gonna aim for 12 reps here. So hollow body hold, legs are kind of pointed out in front of you. Dead hang. 7, trying not to swing. Gripping through the pinkies, almost like breaking the bar. All right, not too shabby. Coming down with control and not letting that low back arch. When you crunch, you're thinking of pelvis closer to that rib cage. Okay, let's talk about something that honestly, I wasn't sure that I was actually gonna even share. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about how I almost quit my career being a personal trainer. There is a lot that goes into it, but we're gonna just be brief with it. Honestly, there's like a lot that you could take if you're looking into getting into personal training, but also if you are a client who is looking to work with a trainer. Like both audiences could really like take something from this. So I have been personal training for 12 years. I got certified in 2014. I was a baby. I was in college. I actually dropped out of college. I graduated with my associate's degree to pursue personal training. I moved to California, completely started this business while living in California, started this coaching business knowing no one. I marketed myself like crazy, built up an insane newsletter with like over 1,000 people, let it go, deactivated about 3 years ago because I wanted to transition. I think one of the hardest things just as a personal trainer, as for anyone who is independent and working for themselves, it's really hard as a personal trainer to make it, right? To sustain this for more than just your college career. And that's like one thing that I was hearing from a lot of people, like, okay, so what's your next move? Like, you're not going to be a personal trainer forever. You can't be a personal trainer forever. You can't make full-time income from this. Wrong. But where it gets really hard is the burnout, the constantly having to do research on SEO, constantly having to maintain your website, constantly having to put out newsletters and blog posts and marketing on social media, and constantly having to keep up with the bigger corporation companies. All of that can seriously lead to just burning out, because when you work for yourself, it's just like, it is hard to know when to stop working. And I still struggle with this to this day, like knowing when to stop. The burnout of having to keep up to get to a place of being able to sustain, which is where I'm at now, right? So I'm sustaining, I'm chill, and I don't have to market. But the thing is, if you don't keep up the marketing and the branding, that's like a whole other side issue. So it's like, you have to maintain this forever. If you want to do this forever, you have to maintain it forever. And when you have social media uploads, you have to sit down and come up with the idea, decide when you're going to film it. Same with YouTube videos. And it's just like, it is a lot that you have to put into it. Then in addition to that, one of the most frustrating things is how easy it is for someone who looks really, really good on the internet, someone who is hot as fuck, right? They've got the six-pack, they're jacked, they look good. They will put out, and this isn't every single person, but a lot of fitness influencers are known to put out just bullshit. They're just putting together exercises without any idea of why they're structuring what they're structuring. In addition to that, half of them aren't doing the proper form, and they're making so much money. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like the Brittany Dawn scam. There are so many Brittany Dawns. There are more Brittany Dawns than there are good coaches, and unfortunately a lot of people love the vanity of fitness. They love the vanity of like, she's hot, so I'm gonna listen to her, or he's hot, so I'm gonna listen to him. And a lot of people have this blind trust in people that, oh, they must be certified, they must know what they're doing. So it can get challenging for personal trainers and coaches, and it can also get challenging for clients on like, who the hell do I trust? How do I know who to trust? It's important, if you are looking for a coach or a trainer, to really do the research on their credentials and what information do they share. Those are good starting points. That's not everything. And like I said, like I for a while stopped this content because I was burning out, because it was so overwhelming. Again, part of that was feeling like I would never be able to compete with these hot girlies with the six packs. So, and then that goes into like this deeper layer of it, of like, I felt like I had to constantly show off my body and my non-existent abs. And I constantly felt like I had to have abs for people to listen to me. And then I proved myself wrong with that, because I ended up maintaining an incredible clientele that sustains me, my career now. But it takes a long time. Like I said, I've been doing this for 12 years, so it takes a long time to build up to that. And it's a lot of like push until there's a breakthrough of steady. And then I hung out in that steady for a while. I let myself chill out on the like marketing. And that is when like the final thing that made me like think I was really gonna quit was like over the past couple of years. And that was when, I can't even name the company, but it's Realty. I worked for a company, it's a virtual personal training company. I have my income and then I had this part-time income, and this virtual personal training company, don't even ask me about my own stupidity on how I allowed this to happen, but they owe me, still to this day, a year's worth, 12 months of pay, which I will not be getting. It's honestly still a sketch situation. It's been over a year now since that situation, but like that was like a breaking point. And then that's when I decided, now we're gonna take my own coaching, my own company serious. I like overworked and took on so many clients for this other company for them to screw me over and not pay me and not pay several other trainers that I am also friends with. Like every single one of, we can't even talk about it, honestly. I can't even, they've ghosted us. They literally, the company owner literally ghosted us. It was so upsetting. And I was like switching my focus from being like towards Flex Club more towards them, because they were asking me, hey, will you take on more clients, take on more clients, take on more clients? Little did I know I wasn't gonna be getting paid. They were making excuse after excuse after excuse. So that was my breaking point where I was like, do I quit? Do I quit? It was a big old scandal. It was a big old scandal. So that was a year ago. And that was a really, really, really hard lesson, because I freaking coached. I personally trained, virtually personal trained the co-CEO. So I was very disappointed and had a lot of blind trust in that. I wanted to help them succeed. So instead of quitting personal training at that point, I was like, no, I'm a damn good trainer. I'm a damn good coach. So when I realized, okay, well, I can do this on my own. I literally do not need you, even though I was very screwed over by not getting paid for a year. So like I let go of my email newsletter, I let go of like my marketing for Flex Club, and I've just been working on rebuilding that. And we've also worked on building up a new newsletter. So I'm so sad to have lost literally 1,000 subscribers. That was built over like years and years, but now we're gonna have the new newsletter so you guys can find this on. We'll have the link down below so you guys can join that newsletter as well. All right, y'all, that is it for today's video. Stay strong, friends, and we'll see you in the next one.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win.